Hello. How you doing today? Hope you're having a great day. Well, I'm here in Dubuque, Iowa. I'm visiting a friend. Debbie and I are attending my friend Tim Bees' retirement party. So Tim has been a friend of mine for many years, dating back to the mid-'80s when I went to University of Texas at El Paso. And Tim is retiring from 21 years of being the pastor of First Baptist Church here in Dubuque, Iowa. So we're here to celebrate, and people have come in from all around the states. Young lady is here from Houston, Texas. They're driving over from Chicago, Illinois. They're here. They've come up from Charlotte, and then of course myself from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So we're all here to celebrate Tim and Claudette's almost 30 years in total ministry. And so a little bit about Tim. He went to school, did his undergraduate at University of Texas El Paso, and then he went off to seminary at Northern Theological Seminary in Lombard, Illinois. And there he received his Master of Divinity degree and then started getting into the pastorate. And he's had a couple pastoral roles, and this latest one just finished up where he served as the head pastor for 21 years at First Baptist Church in Dubuque, Iowa here. So we're in the conference center right now where they're going to have this celebration. And I just want to peek in here just for a second and look at the setup and talk to you a little bit about some things that is on my heart concerning this retirement party for my friend Tim. Well, the one thing about Tim that him and I hit it off really well, and in those days at Texas El Paso, UTEP, and when I think of Tim, I think of a verse found in Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. So Tim was one of those guys that sharpened me. Tim spoke truth into my life and still does to this day. We keep in touch and have kept in touch over the years. Tim was my best man in my wedding, so he stood by my side when I married my wife Debbie all those years ago. And so we just felt like we had to be here tonight. We had to be here at this celebration of his life and ministry. And so a lot of folks will be here. I've already mentioned a few that'll be showing up onto the scenes, a lot of his classmates from Texas El Paso, but also his congregation here in town. They'll be showing up, and we'll be having a nice dinner. And so I was thinking about this whole idea of a retirement party, of a celebration of the years of service. And we know that the Bible talks about in Romans how beautiful are the feet of those that bring good news. There's something special, there's something unique, there's something beautiful about someone that has given their life to full-time ministry. Now, all of us, to an extent, we know that, all of us are in ministry. But there's some whose sole job is to equip us so that we can do works of ministry. And Tim's one of them. He spent his whole career equipping others to do the work of ministry. And so as I get ready to kind of go upstairs and get changed and get ready for the celebration tonight, I wanted to share a verse with you that came to mind when I think of Tim. And really, maybe it is a coincidence, but Paul, the Apostle Paul, wrote a letter to another person named Tim, Timothy. And he wrote really two letters to Timothy, 1 Timothy and 2 Timothy. A young pastor, Paul wrote to Timothy and encouraged him, told him to fan into flame the gift of God that God has given you. Fan it into flame. That faith that lived in his mother and lived in his grandmother. And he said that Paul told Timothy, fan that gift of faith into flame. And he has told Timothy a lot of things through the books of 1 Timothy and 2 Timothy. But then towards the the last part in chapter 4 of 2 Timothy, he kind of has some final statements to Timothy. He says, it's time for my departure. It's time for me to step off the scene. He knew his time to meet the Lord was very near. And he said a few things that when I look across this room today, I'm reminded that Tim also, when he has a chance to speak, I think will be able to say the same things. And Paul said this to Timothy. He said this, and some of you've probably heard this before. He said, you know what, I've fought the good fight. You know, I've ran the race. I've kept the faith. And then he goes on to say, finally, you know, I've endured. Finally, I'm able to see the Lord, the Lord, the righteous judge, who will give me a crown of righteousness, and not only me, but also to all of those that long to see him, long to be next to him, long to be by him at his appearing. Again, he said, I've kept the faith, I've ran the race, I've fought the good fight. And he says, what's in store for me is a crown of righteousness given to me from the Lord, the righteous judge. That'll not only give it to me, the Apostle Paul said, but to all who long to see his appearing someday. So to you all this day, all of us are going to step off the scene of our full-time work. All of us are going to step into another chapter that the Lord has in store for us. As a reminder to all of us, may we be able to say what the Apostle Paul said to Timothy, and I know Tim Bees is going to be able to say to all those that are gathered here today, that you know what? I've kept the faith. I've ran the race. I've fought the good fight. And finally, what's in store for me is a crown of righteousness. May you be able to say the same thing. May I be able to say the same thing on that retirement dinner day. Until then, for those of us that are still in the fray of activity, in service to humankind, in service to others, may we continue to fight the good fight, run the race, keep the faith, because what's in store for us is a good thing. All right, my friends, thanks so much for being with me here as always, and look forward to our paths crossing again soon. Until then, one more thing. I love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.